Samsung TV Plus. We are in the convention center in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we have a great match coming up for you all, as we have ALBIN OUSCHAN and ROLON here, ready to start their campaign. This is Tim de Ruyter, and with me in the booth is supposed to be Chris Reinold, another champion. Welcome, Chris. So Alan is starting the break. We are playing best out of 3 sets, races to 4.
Wow, crazy break there.
Winner break. Made 2 balls on the break, no future on the 3, but a possible 3-7 combination. But then also the 5 and the 6 are locked up, so might be better to just play a safety on this. Shoot the 3 into the 4 and bring the cue ball 2-3 rails behind the 5-6.
All right, Albin missed the kick long. Can you hear me now, Tim?
Yeah, we're clear. Okay, we solved it. So that was a good safety from Alan. Now can open up the 5-6 and stick the cue ball again to the 7.
Yeah, didn't get as close to the 7 as he would have liked, but he's still okay here. Would have preferred to be frozen on the 7, Tim, correct?
Yeah, so of course wants to be closer just to take away this kick shot over the right long rail.
Probably calling the 5 here, just in case. But he hit it, but he probably sold out to the side pocket. Do you go up and down here, or are you going to the corner pocket instead of the side here with the 3 ball?
Well, if that 3 goes to the corner, I think I would like to shoot that. Just
Yeah, me too, because it leads to
I
the
thi- I
4 and
think-
you don't have to deal with the 7.
yeah, and also if you play it in the side, you have to play with a lot of spin. You have to make something happen. He's done a great job there, though. But I found that very difficult. So can he still get underneath the 6? Oh, needs a little rub of the 6. He's got it. So now suddenly in a great position to open his account.
Just drawing back for the 7 here. Wanted to get closer to that or have a little bit better of an angle. What are you doing here, Tim?
Tough shots. Yeah, I might. Yeah, you might have to kill the cue ball just soft, low left. Real soft stroke. Hold the cue ball along the left long rail. He's shooting to the left. I didn't mind this, but it was a more difficult pot, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so too. Here it's really just really thin. It's hard to navigate the cue ball, but he's going towards that corner pocket, pretty close, and it's kind of going towards the 10 ball, so it's tough to want to go for this. But what else do you have here?
Yeah. Well, possibly could bank the 7, maybe 2 rails back down table and leave the cue ball at the top short rail. Well, he's looking at cutting this. From this view, I would say I'm never cutting this, but maybe it looks better from his perspective.
Oh my god, look at this. And he still got
Oh,
hooked. Oh my goodness,
that
what a shot.
was a fantastic try.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rails with a cue ball and got hooked on the only place you get hooked on in the 9. That's cool for you.
So he's looking to get cover with the 9. Played great base on the 8 as well. Difficult position here. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, it's weird here for sure. I'd probably go off the left side of the 8 and try to hook behind the 10 with left English, but it's still very touchy because you don't want it to go in front of the corner, the top right corner, with the 8 ball. Yeah, you can't hit it thick. You can't hit it thick or else you'll sell out 100%.
Yeah, so now a decent chance for Albin. His first decent chance is rack.
It looks like he's going to use follow. Oh yeah, you always got to aim a lot thicker at that ball because it's going to deflect a little bit for sure. But he didn't leave an incredibly easy shot, so I'm not sure what you would do here, Tim, but I like going behind the 10 and putting the 8 ball right to the middle diamond on the opposite end of the table.
Yeah, I think you can do that. I'm just wondering, you might be able to overcut the 8 on the right long rail and bring the cube all the way back up table. Like travel around the 9.
Oh,
Looks like
yeah.
he's
I
shooting.
like that one too. You might,
Oh, he already took a similar shot like this, so tough. Oh, Jens it
Good
this time.
shot.
Look at the shape. Beautiful shot there from Roland.
Maybe he figured the save was just as tough, so he decided to go with the shot. I don't blame him.
Well, this is also gonna settle him down, knowing that Albin missed a quite decent opportunity, and then to come up with a shot like that is gonna give some confidence. So the opening rack goes to the Puerto Rican. Must be delighted to play in front of his home crowd. So second rack, and he's breaking from the side rail. Looking to make the one in the side, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's gone close both times. I think the first one went right in. This time it did not. Does he leave a? He left a one ball shot, correct?
Not too sure if he has this one ball. And then also, like, the 2 might not even pass the 10, so what kind of sense makes it to make that one ball?
Yeah, that's right. You have to weigh the options that you have, and if this goes correctly, what's the pros and what's the cons? If there's not a lot of pros, probably shouldn't go for it.
Oh, it's not gonna be happy queuing over that 3 ball, bridging over the 3. It's gonna be difficult if that 2 ball goes past the 10.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to play safe. I think he's just trying to get acclimated to the match. You know, if you're Allen, you can't let Albin get warmed up or comfortable, because when he's in this state, he overthinks a few things, and that's when he gives you chances.
Ah, he took a shot at the 10 ball. But he didn't really take care of the cue ball as well. Just went all in on that.
Yeah, I'm very surprised he did that, actually.
Well, at least that's something I did not expect from Albin, because usually he plays quite deliberate. He doesn't really go all in on the stuff. Still a good chance here, can still cut and go 3 rails underneath the 4. Well, he's not happy there, but has he left enough of that 4 ball to be able to cut it? And then how do you reach it?
He could either use the Predator Bridge or the Predator Extension. Whatever way you get to it is good. You on rail first here, Tim?
Well, I was not thinking about it, but I was also expecting him to be able to see enough of the 4. Well, he scratched, and a good chance for ROLON to double his lead. So do you see big problems at the table, Chris?
The 7-9, the 7-10 are laying kind of weird, but I think you can get rid of that now, either by sunning it into it, or I like going off the rail and then into the 7 to play the 7 in the lower right-hand corner. Let's see what he does here.
Oh, was he trying to bump that thicker?
I think so, but I would have went the other way personally.
You mean going into
And
the
just
rail and
avoid.
then bump the 7?
Yeah, kind of avoiding the 10 altogether.
Well, so far he's been putting Albin in those uncomfortable spots you spoke about, huh? Trying not to make him feel comfortable. This 7 is most likely going to be in the open. Was trying to get it perfect at the top short rail, but
Yeah, I think he hit the 7 in the correct spot with the correct speed. It just hit the wrong part of the 9. So nothing to be too crazy about, but he just needs to start taking advantage a little more of the opportunities he's given, and I'm sure he will in the next few games. But Allen definitely has to get out this game to get up 2-0, because that's how you beat guys like Albin, is you get off to a big lead to start.
well, he's got perfect on the 10 to double his lead. It's looking good for the Puerto Rican.
Down goes the 10 ball, giving him a 2-0 lead over Albin Ocean in this race to 4 format.
Yeah, so far not too many great opportunities for Albin, besides that one 8 ball he's missed in the first rack. I believe it was the 8 to the top right corner. We'll have to look for some form, some
He
feeling
looks
for the
very happy,
table.
though.
Well, 2 balls on the break. No shot on the 2. So we are playing best out of 3 sets, races to 4, winner break. I believe early 10 balls are a win. So combination or caroms on the 10 do count. It's called the push out. He's probably going to bang the 2 ball around the table underneath the 8.
So would you do that, or would you just give it back to whoever pushed out?
Well, I gotta say, I think it's quite a big area for the 2 ball to land in, so I don't think it's a super difficult shot. I think I would play it myself. Bring the cue ball to the right short rail, and as long as you don't make the 3 railer, I think nothing can really go wrong.
Yeah, harder than that.
Well, has not left an open shot on the 2, but could still consider shooting the 2 ball off the 8 in the corner.
You hit it a little too hard there, so the ball went higher than the pocket. Took off some speed, it would have went lower.
Yeah, and the worst thing is it actually hung up on him. So he instantly sold out instead of having a chance to maybe get lucky. Oh. Yeah, it was risky. Speed-wise was difficult. Yeah, he's overcut it.
Definitely a tough setup, but it was only his fault, so no one to blame but himself, right?
Yeah, needs to make sure he keeps his foot on the gas there.
Beautiful rail navigation there from ALBIN.
So needs perfect speed control here to land in between the 10 and the 8. Doesn't want to get hooked behind the 8.
Good for the corner there. I'm very surprised. Hit it a little too much though. He's gonna have to come with something from the 5 to the 7. I think he's playing the safe here, Tim. Coast to coast, and 5 in between the 7-8. Key ball behind the 10-8. Very well executed there.
Yeah, I like that shot, especially now he has the double up. 2 balls in between, so it doesn't really leave a jump shot. It's a little bonus. Possibly 2 rails. Called it in the corner. Trying to slice it in. Oh, did go
Cut.
1 rail. Hit it great.
Oh.
Really hit it good. Does he get the cover as well?
Even if he didn't, that was
He
an
actually
amazing
does.
shot. An amazing execution. Yeah, good play there by Albin. Came up just a touch short, but I think he's okay.
Yeah, I don't think he has leaked that really small edge to overcut and play the safety, so he's kicking 3 rails now. I do like this. Quite some good things can happen.
Oh my God. Beautiful shot there. Great kick by ROLON.
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
did not
behind the
have.
9.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten that little piece of the side pocket knuckle there. Jump cue out. Important shot. If he fails to make the 7 and sells out, we might be looking at 3-0 for the Puerto Rican.
Things just aren't rolling the way that ALBIN would like them to. But I'm sure he'll get a few more opportunities, either this end of this set or the next set. So he's got to make sure that he's able to take advantage if things start going his way.
Yeah, I believe he has to kind of hang in there for now. Ooh.
He keeps hitting these thick in every match. I think he's afraid to miss the ball, but then he hits it too thick and then he sells out anyway.
Yeah, it's the same result if you miss the ball completely or you give someone this.
Exactly.
So you sometimes tell yourself to overcut the ball, and if you miss the ball, you miss the ball?
Oh yeah, for sure. Generally, I'd rather play it the correct way, and then if something bad happens, that's okay. At least I played the correct shot. Then I can learn from there.
Ball straight on the 9. Chose to play for the 10 in the side. Look at how far he ran there. This is missable, Chris.
Yeah, I think he was trying to draw all the way back up, but he just didn't get into it hard enough. But yeah, I mean, he's playing well. You just got to tighten up a few things, that's all. See, there's that
It
smile.
does get the job done there, but not easy by any means. 2-1. So Albin looking to break from the side rail. Usually does have a pretty big break, so it'll be interesting to see what he can make happen in this rack.
Opportunity for Allen. Behind the 8 with the cue ball. Oh, perfect. Perfectly executed there. He's gonna jump this. Wow. Just because
Yeah,
there
I
were two balls
was not
right by the
expecting him
side.
to do that. Oh, he back cut the one ball. Yeah, he said sorry. Yeah, he kind of got lucky there. Not something you get to
It's
see very
just
often.
what, Albin smiling or that shot?
Well, the jump back cut safety.
No, okay.
Yeah, tough shot, right? This one ball. Because if you don't make it,
Yeah,
it's like one of these shots you just sell out.
he had to take the chance though. Interesting.
He said, "Let me show Chris wrong there."
Yeah, he finally did it correctly. I like that. Now, what would you do here, Tim? I don't have a. What are the options?
Yeah, there's not that much. I might just soft roll, hopefully get it behind the 8 still. Like, catch it half ball. I think this is the only shot that was there. Played it great.
Yeah, you couldn't even put that ball more perfect with ball in hand. That was perfectly struck.
I mean, I found that scary too, because on the length of the table, that speed, sometimes it can drift a little bit. Just a little bit left-right. You know, if you catch that ball a little thicker, you double kiss, so...
Yeah, very tough, touchy shot for sure. Let's see if it rewarded Albin.
I think it kind of did, but the bad thing is that if he shoots the 1 off the 2 is going to be very random. And the 3 doesn't go by the 5, so if you by accident make the 1 and the 2, then that was the end of your run.
Yeah, I really didn't think it went, but I think it was the only shot available offensively.
Yeah, disappointed there because he's now starting to feel that He's letting Albin come back into the set. Could have been 3-0. Now could have made 3-1. Failing to do so. Could be costly.
Yeah, putting some right English on this to try to come into that 3 or the 5 after making the 2. Oh, wow. Maybe it's a new cue he's getting used to, that new Panthera. Or is it something else? Looks like a Panthera.
Yeah, he looks out of sorts. That's for sure. Good shot there, cheating the pocket with the 6 to have the 2 ball stay there. And now, yeah, Albin moved the 5 ball. The 3 is now available. Another chance for Allen to get on the hill first.
Yeah, pretty good there.
Yeah, only thing I can foresee being really difficult is to get from the 8 to the 9. Like, you gotta make sure you leave yourself a decent angle. But besides that, all the other options, all the other balls are laid out pretty nice. Now if he goes to the short rail, top short rail, gives him a nice angle to travel back down table.
Pretty tic-tac-toe out here, going other rail and coming out for the 10 in the opposite corner. Should be taking a 3-1 lead in this 4. Looking pretty promising this set.
Yeah, the score indeed 3-1. And a possible chance to win this first set would put Albin under quite a lot of pressure. Not exactly sure what the referee was telling him there, but looked like he agreed, so that's the good news. Albin, not looking too happy, of course, has made quite some mistakes so far, and will have to win 3 games in a row now in order to still be able to win the first set. Oh, has made a ball.
Yeah, dug himself in kind of a hole in the first few games and hasn't really climbed out of it yet.
So no shot on the 1, and the 2 ball doesn't go by the 3. So again, a pretty messy layout, and not really much you can do. So he's gonna play a push and probably a safety right after. He's gonna play the cue ball 1 or 2 rails behind the 9. Leave the 1 along the right long rail, the bottom long rail in this view. Rolon now on a 824 player overall performance against a 476 from ALBIN.
Nice shot there.
Oh, look
Really
how
good kick and
beautiful he hit
stick
that.
there. Go ahead, Tim.
No, I just only was saying that he hit that perfect. Don't think he could have hit it any better. He's got the jump cue out. I'm wondering what his plan is. Is he just gonna send the 1 towards the 2 and the 3 and hopefully get the cue ball covered behind the 7?
It sounds like a good plan to me. Whenever I get my jump cue out, I just hope I hit it. But that was a
I'm
pretty
glad
good
I can reach
execution
it.
there.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate not to hit any of those balls because he could have gotten some cover. Now ALBIN is gonna put him in jail. And then again, completely lost the speed there. Hit it way too firm and could be way worse for Alan.
I did it again. It's hard to create distance when the object ball follows the cue where the cue ball's going, right, Tim?
Yeah, and we all know what's gonna happen here. It's just gonna roll up on that 2 ball.
Has to draw it a little bit, but I think he's okay.
Well, he could maybe stun the 1 into the 3 to open up the pocket as well. Ooh.
That makes it a lot harder to hit now. Let's see how he kicks at this. Has to go at least 2 rails.
Would you try to kick it soft and hopefully get that 3 in between, or like to play more speed and hopefully create the distance?
Yeah, I'm trying to hit it about that speed. He's got unlucky that he hit it in the middle where it double kissed instead of, on one of the sides where he might have gotten something good happen.
Yeah, so a chance for ALBIN. Good look at a 3-2 deficit. Oh, has he blocked the corner with that 3 ball? Yeah, that notch.
I think
That's
You try to do a lot with the
Yeah,
cue ball there.
I did like the idea, but he just had to play perfect pace, and especially the pace is the part where he's been lacking so far in this set. Albin has been losing the pace of the table, just not feeling it. Yeah, this is a little bit of trouble here. Not easy to hit. Needs to get cover after as well. The rack is wide open now. Hit it great. Beautiful kick save there. Beautiful hit.
And if I'm Allen, I don't want him getting any more confidence throughout this set. So you have rather just win as soon as I can, so that way we can have him with not a great confidence going into the second set.
That's called the two ball on the side. Well, very close to make it, but that cue ball goes straight into the corner. And I don't think it's a matter of if Albin gets the feeling. I think it's a matter of when does it happen, like when does things start clicking. Cannot expect him to play 3 sets like this or 2 sets like this. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, so you have to be careful. This is where a lot of the champions can gain their momentum and their speed when you give them ball in hand. They get a chance to work out their problems, and then they'll just have confidence for the rest of the set. So Albin is not out of this set yet, but Allen is going to have to really take advantage of his next opportunity.
A little bit straight maybe on the 4. I'm not sure if he can still get to the top side of the 6. That's why he's drawing the cue ball.
A little thick on that ball. Wanted to come a little further, but he should be okay. Using a little bit of high right English. Come up towards the middle of the table on the 8, maybe a little to the right of the middle. Back and forth here.
Yeah, not happy with how he got on this 8. That probably tells me that he's straight. Yeah. Kind of close to where if he draws, he gets close to that side pocket. Of course, he can cheat the pocket a little bit, but if you're not feeling great, this is always risky.
Oh wow. He decided to go forward.
Well, he's still digging, trying to scrape through this set. Score now 3-2. Alan still leading, but Albin will be breaking to make it a hill set.
Tim, have you ever been to Puerto Rico before?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. It's a great venue. Lovely area. Yeah, always has been a great event.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go next year. It looks awesome.
So currently on the other TV table we have Fedor Gorst and Joshua Filler play in the Challenge of Champions. The latest update I could find was Fedor leading 5-4 in a race to 8. So close one to win the Challenge of Champions 8-ball title.
Yeah, two of the best players in the world. Probably will go down as two of the best players ever, especially in rotation. It's great that we're able to see it live. He thought he
So
broke
Alan
dry.
thought it was a dry break, yeah. Yeah, made one on the break, but then again, no open shot on the one, except for the combination, 1-7 combination. Not sure how well he can hold that one ball as well, because there's quite some distance, so it's quite some speed you have to take into account. Will be difficult.
Cue ball by the 10 ball, Tim.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, has to be careful.
Yeah, sold
Yeah, I
out
have a
here.
feeling he was trying to get that one also behind the two, but I think if he had only played the cue ball, would have been a tighter opportunity.
Yeah, it's important to pick one when you're kicking.
Well, long difficult shot, decided to play with draw to hold the cue ball for the two.
He might give this back.
Yeah, he did not call that 4 ball in the corner, so Alan does have the chance to play it himself or give it back. And based on this view, I don't think there's a gap between the rail and the 9, right? Or not enough.
Yeah, he might have to give the shot back.
Well, he will be trying. Is he trying to curve around it?
Yeah, I didn't think it went.
Yeah, quite surprised because if he had to do all that effort, jacking up, messaying and all that, why would he just not give it back? So, unforced error from ROLON. And, well, everything is wide open for the taking here for OUSCHAN.
More spin, less speed on this one. Really gear into towards the 8 and the side. And then he wanted to get slightly straight to come over the 8 where he just made the 5. But I think he got a little too much angle. He might have to go do something else, Tim. What do you think? I guess not. If he's going to go forward here, I'll draw for the low right-hand side. And here he might draw over to come in between the 9-10. Or he'll just follow up one rail to keep angle. So he used the rails to get around to the 10 in the same pocket as the 9. Yeah, didn't want to be jacked up over that 10 ball. That's no good. Now he just can only roll this in and play the 10 in the long pocket. Let's take a look and see how he does. He did well there. Just took what the table gave him, didn't try to force it. Now he's got a 10 in the top left corner. And I think he'll be home free, and then that puts a lot of pressure on ROLON. ROLON. See? You can see it in his body. He's a little more under pressure now. And 3-3, ALBIN ties it up. So race to 4, it's Hill in the first set. Whoever wins this first set is going to have a big advantage for the rest of the match.
I don't think we ever expected this set to be so close, as ALBIN was struggling quite a bit. But here we are. Okay, so try break this time, only to get from the 1 to the 2. It's the biggest challenge. If he can get on that 2 to the side, that would be ideal. No, knew he was not gonna get there, so decided to play shape for a safety on the 2. Probably stunned behind the 5-6.
The 2 might go cross side here. Past the 3. You're playing your cue ball towards the 5-6. Might be a good two-way shot to try. And if it misses, you're probably leaving distance. That's what he's doing.
Well, I thought for a second he called the bank, right?
Yeah, I think he's going for the bank. Very scrappy set so far, but whoever wins this game is going to have a pretty good advantage over the next few sets, I imagine.
Oh, did play a brilliant shot there.
Yeah, really good there. Shot, really good shot there by ALBIN. The 4, is he going to draw in between the 4 and the side and come back out? You think he's going to try to hit it thicker and drag it higher above the 4?
I think I would go to the short side. But he left himself further away. I don't think it was so comfortable to play this to get to the other side.
Banking the ball with draw? Is he going to come around 3 rails, 2 rails with draw? Wow.
Oh, wow.
Don't scratch.
Perfect.
Pretty good there. I think he's finally starting to feel in stroke and really trying to get through the ball, which is the best path for him to try to win. Just gets a little loose. You can tell Alan is feeling it a bit.
Yeah, would be very disappointing for him, of course, to still lose this set. Not something we would have expected, as well, he was up 3-1, had the opportunity also to go 3-0. Was looking better than ALBIN, but still this is not done yet. ALBIN is on the wrong side, or probably has to go to the wrong side of the 8 unless he goes 3 rails to the left side of the 10.
Yeah, he might be a little too much angle to draw under the 9, but I think he can draw under the 9, or at least clip it, sort of, and still follow out. But we're about to see what kind of angle he has. I think he's just going to draw, and if he touches the 9 barely, it's still okay. Yeah, hit it too thick.
would you consider still cutting this, or maybe the bank?
Hill. I probably bank it and try to play the cue ball under the 10. But I think he's going. He's
Oh,
going
he's
to go for
playing.
the cut. Wow.
Super thin cut, and look at his shape. Look at his shape. He's gonna be almost straight in on the 10.
Wow. What a beautiful shot from there from ALBIN, Tim. That was an awesome stroke. Perfect timing on the stroke. And good shape. Let's see if he can close this out to win the first set.
Well, that certainly was a set winner. 4-3. Albin OUSCHAN wins the first set. And it looks like they'll be going for a little break. So that gives me a great chance to look at the stats. Because if you look at the player overall performance from that last set, ROLON had a 732 player overall performance against 700 from ALBIN. So it's actually quite surprising that he still won this set. ALBIN missed 7 open shots to 4 from Allen. And Allen pocketed 33 balls to Albin's 35. So this set has been extremely close to each other. So hopefully both of them will get some feel for the table in the second set, because, well, they haven't really been playing their best game. We all know that. They can play better than this. So we are now currently waiting for Alan Rolon to get back to the arena so we can continue with the second set. In the meantime, let's give a little shout out to our sponsors. Our title sponsor of the event is Samsung TV Plus. The Probability Series sponsors are Predator Group, Kamui, Yalin, Van Billiards Corporation, Little Monster and Medaya Light. And then the local sponsors for this event are Puerto Rico Tourism Company, Discover Puerto Rico, Popular, District Puerto Rico, Walmart and Loteria de Puerto Rico. Also, PBS partners for this event are the WPA, the EPBF, Billiard TV and Kazoo. Of course, we are using all Predator equipment, Predator Apex 9-foot pool tables, Predator Arcadia Reserve cloth, Predator Arcos 2 balls, the Predator Aero Rack, Predator bridges and the Predator lights, arena lights. So like as you can see, they're both laughing and saying something, but we're in the middle of the match, so I'm not exactly sure what is going on. If you want to make sure you don't miss out any of the highlights, interviews, match schedules, and many more things, make sure you follow at Probate Series on Instagram or their Facebook page, Predator Probate Series. There's Jasmine, Alvin's sister. Came over to watch. They played together also in the mixed doubles, Kamui mixed doubles challenge. There to support her brother. So, second set. Let's see what he can do on the break.
Tim, how do you feel about trying to make the 2 in the top left corner and drawing the cue ball under into the 5-3?
Yeah, nice two-way shot. On the other side, as you can see, he opted to play this safety, and I think this is just because he's not feeling so great, so he's trying to lock things up. But he also found the window there in between the 4 and the 8, so not successful.
Good shot there. Hey, got to roll. Got to roll. Oh, wow. Hit that ball so
Well,
thin
close
that
on
it hit double kissed and came back and it knocked out to 3, 8, 9, 10. Look at that.
Could have left way worse. Like, he's kind of lucky to leave it that long.
Oh, oh my goodness. How did that ball scratch, Tim? Wow. Now they're all in the open for ALBIN Ocean. You want to stay on this side of the 5, draw back from the 4, maybe just a little bit. Then you're going to go up from the 5 to the middle table for the 7, maybe even to the top rail. Yeah, I would have drawn back a little bit here so you're not hampered over the 8. You're not all jacked up. I think he'll be okay. It's not a big deal, but he'd rather not be there. So you got to dig down on the ball pretty bad. Yeah, he decided to go up a little further. which is totally fine. The 9-10 might play a problem, so you got to be precise on this. Either run into the 10 with a cue ball from the 8, so that way you have the 9, or you play the 9-10 combo, which I think is a little tough.
Yeah, it's a little bit of off angle there. Even though it gives you the win for the game, I think I might look to go in between the 9-10, but he's already came up too short on the 7.
Yeah, these last few balls on the table are always a lot more important. You got to make sure you get good shape on them. See, it puts you in fight or flight mode, and it also puts you in a spot where you have to just make the ball and take what you can get instead of trying to make your own fate.
Well, solved one problem. We'll be up for the next problem because he's not gonna get on that combination we spoke about, and he's also not going to get in between the 9 and the 10.
He got in such a weird spot. It's almost tough to play safe here as well. Like I don't even see a straightforward shot or a straightforward safety. It's kind of tough here.
Would you consider just to push the 8 to the... Oh. Well, I'm not too sure about this shot. I was thinking to push the 8 near the 9. Like just push it soft through the short rail and do nothing more.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the only shot. Here, I'm not sure I like this shot, but I think he's just a little frustrated with himself.
Well, does have a
Tim,
chance here to play the carom.
What about 4-rail bank on the 9 and leave the cue ball there?
I don't mind that.
It's not bad, huh?
Well, it's not horrible, but I'd also do like this carom and bank the 9 to the other short rail. Yeah, just hung up on him. But it's for sure gonna put some pressure on ALBIN.
Yeah, I mean, what shot do you go
make
for?
The 9 or... Yeah. Yeah, I might just go for the 10. Call the 10, carom it in, and make sure I don't leave the 9 hanging over the corner. But he's just winging at this 9 ball. Oh, and he's sold out.
Yeah, I felt like the 10 was easier to make than the 9, for sure.
Oh, and he's
wow.
missed the 9 ball as well.
Well, he's going to have to go for the 10 now. You better believe it. You know what they say, Tim?
No.
Hold on 1 second. Bing bong.
Well, beautiful bank on the 10 to win that game after a very shocking miss on the 9 ball from ROLON.
Yeah, I'm just very surprised that he missed that ball. Kind of took it for granted, I think, and didn't really put his best effort on it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. He's had a lot of his chances in the first game, the first set, and he's had a lot of chances in this set. So, you know, there's no one to blame but himself. Okay, Albin to break here. Crush that break. What's going in? 6 ball doesn't go. All he left was a kick at the 1, 2 rails potentially, but he should probably push in this instance. We push up by the top left corner.
Well, do you fancy the bank?
Yeah, it gets natural position on the 2, and then it's a natural two-way shot. So I really do like the bank. Just make sure that you follow through, stay down, basics, and hit it with pocket speed. Don't hit it too hard, or where it would come back down table.
Oh, got some great cover there. I don't think there's a kick shot over the left long rail as well, so you might have to jump this.
Works pretty well.
Now is he still able to play one rail and kick and stick with the 6, or 2 rails? He's called the one in the top left corner. Catch it half tick. Hit that pretty good. Don't think he's gonna sell out there. Also rail first, I don't think it's there, but can hit it at least.
Yeah, really good
Oh,
shot there.
I like how he's played that. Well, with how locked up the 2 ball is, you basically just gotta make sure you don't leave the 1 hanging over the corner. Like, cannot really play a bad shot. Well, this is gonna make sure the balls will spread. So slowly the rack is shaping up. 2 ball is now open. It's probably gonna play another safety first. Again, nice double up, so no jump shot available. Oh, great hit there. It's just managing to hang in there so far.
Yeah, he's fighting for his chances, that's for sure. That's how the pool gods work. They give you opportunities, and if you miss them, they won't give you them for a while.
chose to play the 10 and he's made it. Beautiful carom on the 10 ball there. From ALBIN OUSCHAN. 2-0. Yeah, might have surprised a couple people that are watching there because not everybody could have seen that coming. Played it perfect. Did not even touch the sides of the corner there.
He crushed that break. Is the 9 in the way?
Well, I think he can still cut the 1 ball, but it will be very tough to hold the cue ball as well on the 2.
Can he mass A around this 8-10 without hitting the 8 or the 10?
I think he can. And possibly could get on the 2 ball as well as to maneuver around the 5, but has a chance. Oh, he's caught it too thick. Oh, he put himself completely straight. The only thing he can do from here is draw back and cut the 3 in the side pocket.
Yeah, good speed there. Really good speed. See if he can knock this 2 into the 10 and put the cue ball behind the 6.
I don't think he can hit it directly.
Really good read there, Tim. Really good shot by Allen. He's trying to fight back in to this match. Albin's up 2-0, so he needs, this is do or die. Last few games, he's trying to keep Albin off the hill.
Wow.
Did you see that, Tim? Oh my goodness.
That was
beautiful.
Unreal.
That was beautiful.
He's looking to go real first. Got this 2-ball in. There he goes. Look at the cue ball. Close to the scratch, but he's got the 3 in the side. Is he gonna get on the 4-ball after, Chris?
Yeah, he has a chance, but he's gonna have to elevate and slide out. He can barely get to where the 3-ball is now. It's still a win, but it's tough, very tough. He might just thin the 3 and send the cue ball up near the 5. But I think he's gonna go for it.
Oh, and he's missed it. And I think he's also sold out here. I think he's given Albin a perfect chance. Perfect angle to drop in between the 7 and the 10.
Yeah, for sure. And I wouldn't mind using a little bit of left English coming below the 7 to come down to that end rail, just so I escape all of that and maintain an angle. Oh, he missed it. Another chance for Allen. Needs to take every chance he gets. Capitalize here. Yeah, I didn't think he could do that. Thin off this 4 and come up by the 9.
Yeah, or he places with a little bit of right spin, catch it thinner and put the cue ball on top of the 5. No. Went all the way to the top left. Just played a really good shot there. Beautiful cue ball. Well, unbelievable how he saved himself there. Is he now gonna go aggressive on this, or is he gonna put the cue ball behind the 7? He's got it too thin. That was a cover. Where's the cue ball? I think he might have left it on. There was a great chance to hook Albin, put him in a bad spot.
Yeah, Tim, do you draw the 5 back what the cue ball is now for the 6, or do you just stop there?
I think I would stop there because you will need that angle anyways to get to the 7. I think
Perfect.
he's got perfect. Can float this, get the window in between the 9 and the 10.
Think you went too far?
No, I think he's perfect.
Just come up by the 9 ball.
Surprised he went to the right side. If he went indeed one rail in between the 9 and the 10 out, he would always stay away from the rail. And this will depend on what he has. If he has an angle to run softly into the 10, it's fine, but well, as you can see, he's quite straight. Checking up, stop the cue ball.
Nice form showed by ALBIN in this last rack, for sure. Let's see if he can finish it off in this next rack.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, Alan is really struggling, starting to give Albin a couple ball outs, and yeah, that's something you just cannot do against Albin. Even though he might not be playing so great so far, you cannot give him these kind of opportunities. Okay, so fourth rack. Albin looking to crush him again.
Yeah, let's see how these lay out here.
Well, was close on making
9
the
ball.
1, has made the 9, and he's got shape on the 1.
That's always how it happens, right? When people go back and forth, and then you let them have a game, and then all of a sudden they break well, and then they start running out. It's crazy how pool works.
Yeah, especially if you look at Alan started the first set all right. It was really not that bad, and has kind of adapted to how Albin was playing. Well, I would say probably to get from the 4 to the 5 is key shot. Not exactly sure where the 7 ball's laying. Is it too close to near the 10?
Interesting. Went forward there. Must not have liked bumping into the ball.
Yeah, potential 7-10 combination, or would you play the short side of the 7, Chris?
Depends how the 7-10 is laying. I'd prefer the combo if it's dead, but I also don't mind getting over to the other side of the ball. Combination it is. Great match to both of them. The Puerto Rico 10-ball men's open. That's it for Chris Reinhold and Tim DeRuyter. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tim?
Yeah, thanks everybody, and make sure to check us out the next couple days. We'll be live till Saturday, so plenty more action to come from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Thank you and good night.